Welcome to drillingcontractor.org. My name is Jesse Maldonado, and I'm here joined with Joe Shine of Baker Hughes. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you so much for having this opportunity to spend some time and share some knowledge on what's facing the industry today.
So what are some of the challenges that operators are facing with zonal isolation?
The biggest thing is making sure they understand whether or not we're going to have zonal isolation. And with that, there's a lot of uncertainty associated with the process. Specifically, the industry now has tools to better understand whether or not we'll have the type of zonal isolation that we planned for and what they're actually seeing down in the well.
So what are some of the tools that facilitate that process?
Yeah, actually, that's an excellent question. So a lot of times the industry is focused on the planning and execution, but before that it needs to be in the pre-job planning process. And with that, there needs to be a risk-based approach methodology to ensuring that the objectives will be met, which then leads into the tools with the modeling software capabilities that allows them to better understand what the risk might be on a pre-job basis as opposed to a post-job basis.
What are some of the key variables that this new software has to take into account?
Another excellent question. So the biggest thing is the understanding of the fluid contamination. And what we mean by that is the fluid takes a very tortuous path to get into the annulus. So therefore, it deals with contamination and intermixing. So there's software capabilities now to better understand this process. So rather than making assumptions on what we think the fluid is doing, we have better predictions on what the fluids will be looking like when they're placed into the annulus.
So it seems like the industry has found a way to place the cement. What do you see for the future?
Right. So something else that's very important that is becoming more common in the industry is the capability of 3D visualization or pseudo 3D visualization. So rather than the conventional two-dimensional demonstrations that the industry has to display this behavior, there's now 3D representation, which is allowing a more robust understanding. So furthermore, when we have these tools in place, it's making sure there's an alignment with the service company and the operator, because that's going to be the key, because unless there's an alignment, there's not going to be an agreement. And therefore, if we can bridge that gap and making sure that we're going to have the type of execution that's required, that's going to lead to successful zonal isolation.
Well, thank you so much, Joe, and thank you for joining us today.
Well, I really appreciate this opportunity for your time today. It's been great.
And thank you for joining us on drillingcontractor.org.